Oops. A few minutes late, y'all. Sorry about that. I got caught up watching a video and didn't realize. Oh, it's Sunday night. I'm live. Hello. I'm here. How y'all been? I know I wasn't here last week. I was here, but I wasn't. I just needed to take some time for myself because I hadn't had any, and that's all it was. Mm. Actually, I haven't hardly had any time to myself this weekend either, but I did get some last night after I got home from work. I worked yesterday. Had 66 houses to spray yesterday. Took me from 4:30 or 8:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon to get it done. And I came home. I played some Call of Duty. Ended up passing out here in my chair about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then went to bed. I think I went to bed about 6. Slept until almost 1 o'clock today. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Work, work, and more work. That's about it. I haven't even done anything here. I don't even have all my stuff pulled out. Where in the world is my pen at? There's a diamond painting pen somewhere on this desk. Oh, there it is. Oh, move the camera. There we go. I don't even know what color I was working on. There's my glasses. I do know a lot of these drills fell off during the week, and they still are. My canvas is no longer sticky in that spot. Probably because I just left it uncovered for so long sitting here. I probably, before I went live last week and started working on it, I probably should have used a wipe on it and gotten it cleaned up a little bit, which I might still go do. Let me go grab my wipes. Hi, cats. And you do not need to use baby wipes per se. You can use Clorox wipes. You can use these here, these disinfecting wipes. You can use anything. Baby wipes, everybody says baby wipes, but you can use pretty much anything. I've used Clorox and Lysol wipes. This should help get some of that crud out of there that's causing it not to be sticky. My tweezers. I had them here in front of me a little bit ago. I know I did. I used them. Oh, there they are. I mean, I would hate to have to pull all of these drills off of this side here and then have to redo the whole thing because I don't think, I know Evermoment sends extra drills, but I don't think they send that many. Get the white down in there to really get all this stuff off. There we go. What am I doing for the Premiere Dreamer? I have to I think I'm going to unbox and start on a Christmas diamond painting. And not only will it be just a premiere, but it'll also be an unboxing. So, unboxing and a first impressions video of a Christmas diamond painting. And then if I have time left over, I'll figure out something to do. But I've got to wait until the ones I want come in stock, which they should be in stock sometime this week. Hello, CC Angel. So yeah, that's my plan as it is right now. So we'll see. Again, you ought to see all the crud that came out of these little uncovered parts. No wonder drills weren't sticking in there. My my big castle diamond painting is still up here rolled up. The problem is I had to seal the bottom part that I had finished before I moved up to the next part. And in the process, some of the drills have started peeling in big chunks. So I've got to fix that at some point. Ugh. Hey, Robert, I'm good. It's good to see you, bud. I haven't seen you in a while. Excuse me, Hank. I just got to wait for this. Whoop, another one popped off. Just got to wait for this to dry, and I can start working on it. Hi, Hank. What are we doing here, bud? What are we doing? You've been down on the floor all day. And now, all of a sudden, I'm live and you want to be here in front of me. You realize I just cleaned this spot, right? I know. Oh, come on. Say hi to everyone. Say hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm Hank. So, I was sprayed a house this week. I think it was Monday I went out and did it. And they had a really bad rat problem. This is kind of a follow-up. They had a really bad rat problem, and I had gone out there and put some rat boxes out. Whoever lived there had been hoarders, and the local HOA had basically kicked them out of the neighborhood and left the house as is. They'd put some padlock on the door. I don't know how much that helped because the door was half hanging off the hinges anyway, and the rats had just taken over the place. I mean, when I pulled up the first time, they were just out in the front yard living their best life, like just sitting there in the middle of the front yard looking at you when you got out of the truck. They didn't care. This is their property. Somebody had put a bunch of sticky traps out and caught a bunch of them out there, and the place smelled horrible. So I wasn't looking forward to going back for the follow-up to check the bait in the rat boxes. And I pulled up, and it wasn't smelling real bad. I looked around, and I didn't see all the dead rats laying everywhere that they had been. And I was like, oh, this is nice. got out and looked, and sure enough, somebody had already gone in and started cleaning the house up. And there was a bunch of like debris in the front yard from where they had dropped all the stuff off, trying to throw it into a dumpster or something. And I found in the front yard these amazing, I mean, things huge. They're shark's teeth. Well, I got to doing a little research and found out that not only are they shark's teeth, they're megalodon teeth. 35 million year old prehistoric ancestor to the great whites. And these things are in almost perfect condition, other than this one has a chipped tip on it. But this one here is absolutely perfect. Still even has all the serrations around the edge. And these edges on these things are razor sharp. Like you could cut yourself running your finger down this edge too hard. They're absolutely gorgeous shark's teeth. And they're huge. I mean, here's a typical firefly tray for scale. And then the smaller one. So yeah, I picked those up and kept them because those are really cool. And you're just in really, really good shape. And heavy. Man, this thing is heavy. Like it's about as heavy as this bottle of Mountain Dew. Or actually, I take that back. It's about the same weight as a cell phone. But yeah, I think it's kind of neat holding something in my hand that's, came off of a predator, a sea predator, 35 million years ago. And now I'm holding it in my hand. All right, maybe this has... Where did my vape go? Oh, there it is. What's the matter, y'all? My cats are over here making noises. What's the matter, Hank? What's the matter, Aria? I think Aria's going into heat again, or she's coming into heat again. Ain't that right, Aria? So what color was I working on last? I'll tell you what I'll do. I will just start at the beginning of this here and work my way down and see if I have any already in place. And if I don't, then I don't even know where that goes. I think that goes right there. Oh yeah, it's sticky again now. Except in the spots where it isn't. Right there and there. That one is not. Hank, please, bud, what are you doing? There's nothing up here. No, you act like you're looking for something. What are you looking for? Yeah, Hank is fixed dreamer. I got him from the shelter. They always spay and neuter before they adopt him out. He's a shelter cat. Aria is not. Aria was a gift from Nana. Well, I don't know about a gift, or she was, I want to get rid of these cats. And Amber said, well, we'll take the kitten. And that's how that went down. Hank, you're a spoiled mess, buddy. You are a spoiled mess. Excuse me now. I've got to work here, bud. Yeah. Hey, move the toes. Move the toes. Move the toes. Move them. What's up with you, buddy? What do you want? Oh, here, get down there and bother Arya for a while. But yeah, Hank is fixed. No worries with that. He's because it's kind of funny when Arya goes into heat. Poor Hank does try, but he acts like he doesn't know what he's doing. So it's even more hilarious. Hank, 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 Hank. Okay, I think that's all that color. No, it's not. There's something stuck in there, that's why. I think the bad part is most of the ones that are uncovered are ones from before this box of drills. No, I haven't. My fact, my hunting buddy today just texted me a picture of him and some friends, and they were out on Talladega National Forest, which isn't that far from here. And of course, I didn't know they were going hiking this weekend, but I had to end up working this weekend anyway, so it probably wouldn't have mattered anyhow. But it's getting to be that part of the year where you really don't go hike much because it's cold. I think Jordan and I were talking about maybe doing a wintertime hike in the Smokies. I don't know yet if we're going to or if he's up for it, or he sounded like he was kind of up for it. I wouldn't mind doing it. I think it'd be kind of cool to hike the Smokies in the snow. But that's just me. How did that get on the wrong spot? Because that's... No, they're still falling off. I just rubbed my hand across it and see no more drills come off. I may have to end up... Look, that one there just popped right off. Didn't even have to do anything. Just moved the tweezers across it. Just pulled right off. No, Hank. There. I think that cleaned it up. Yeah, that's my point. I kind of want to... I want to do a wintertime hike in the Smokies. I think that'd be pretty. Um, be beautiful for pictures. The problem with doing it in the Smokies, though, is when it gets to be too snowy in the winter, a lot of the roads in the Smoky Mountain National Park close, and I don't think... I think hiking is probably discouraged by the park because, but I don't know for a fact that there's even any rangers on duty when it's that snowy and whatever to be able to provide assistance with like search and rescue if something happens to you or whatever. So I don't know. I'll have to find out. I know wintertime hiking in the snow is not something you should do uh, if you're not at least experienced in the outdoors. I'm gonna try to get this all cleaned up. Looks like it's getting there. Now what happened was I had it open for a while. I left it uncovered, and except for all the little undone spaces, there was a lot of undone spaces there. And what happened is I left it uncovered, and the cats came and sat on it, and of course Hank with his little downy soft fur got all the little real fine, almost you can't even see it fur stuck in there. And that's what's coming out on the... You can kind of see it on camera. Well, maybe not. Yeah, there you go. That's what's coming off of it. It's just like little fine, tiny fibers of fur. And what I'm doing is wetting the canvas with the wipe, and then the stuff unsticks because it makes it unsticky for a minute. And you can use that time to get anything that's stuck in there off before it gets sticky again. So, hey, look, my live is also a lesson in how to restore the stick on a canvas. Look at that. There you go. I done learned y'all something tonight. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's sticky again. I must have to deal with the ones that come loose afterwards then later when I finish it. When I get all done, I always go over the whole thing anyway before I seal it to make sure that all the drills are there. So I'll fix that at the end. Anything that falls off between now and then. Oh, wait. One of them just fell off. That obviously means that that spot is not sticky. That means I must fix it. Now you can even see all the little spots on the white where it was dirty in between the drills. Nuts is that? Dreamer, yes and no. I seal it, but I don't do it the way other people do because you always hear people in the groups talking about, oh, well, if you seal it, you lose the sparkle. Whatever. It's because you're doing it wrong. You can seal it and still keep it just as sparkly as the day that you got it finished. And that's because you watered down. You don't need to go out there and buy Minwax polyurethane stuff like I see everybody talking about, because you're not trying to create a shell over the top of the painting. All you're trying to do is get that stuff down in between the drills. You don't want it over the top of them. You want it down between them. So you just take your Mod Podge. You can use, I prefer to use the glossiest Mod Podge I can get. And you water it down some. You take the sponge brushes, like they got the chisel tip with the handle like a little paintbrush, but it's made of sponge. You use those, the foam brushes. You dip a little bit of it in some water and you get it wet. And then you dip just the very chiseled tip into the Mod Podge. And then you dip it in water again so that you're getting some water in with that Mod Podge. And then you brush it on and you brush it in really, really good. You brush it in. Don't leave it over the top. I mean, it'll make it look hazy and all when it's still wet. But then when it dries, the tops of your drills are not coated, so it retains the shape of the facets. If anything, it might add the sheerest little gloss on some of them because, it's not all going to always get down in between the drills. But what you've done is you've sealed that area in all the little, because if you look over top of a light pad and look down at even a square, you're going to see tons of little gapping. It's going to happen. It's nature of the beast. What you're trying to do is fill that. You're not trying to overcover the drills and create a shell over the top of your drills. And that's why people say, oh, it loses its sparkle after I've sealed it. It's because you put way too much on. You need just to water it down, because all you want to do is get down in and you brush it down and work it in. You just keep going and keep going and keep going until a little bit on the tip of your little chisel tip should cover a big section of painting when you get done, if it's watered down properly, because you're not trying to cover your drills. If you ever, I've got a video, you go back in my videos and go back to, how far ago was it? Let me go look. YouTube, my channel. And you go back into my videos, I'm going to say it's quite a ways back. I can tell you that much. I don't seal ABs. I don't want to seal ABs. I don't do that. And don't seal sparklers. But right there is 4 years ago. It shows the thumbnail is the big Lisa Frank unicorn and the Disney princesses all laying together. The thumbnail is those two standing up on my desk. The title is Sealing and Edge Treatment of a Canvas Stretched Diamond Painting. That one shows me sealing. And I also showed myself sealing framing the unicorn. So if you go back to that one, yeah. 4 videos before that one, I have DIY adhesive canvas stretchers framing the unicorn. I showed how to seal in that one as well. But like I said, yeah, if you've got ABs in it, I wouldn't seal it. Just because you're taking a chance at taking some of that AB coating off, or for whatever reason, I wouldn't seal ABs. DAC are really one of the few that have ABs in theirs anyway. And DAC says sealing it voids the warranty. Well, to me, after it's completed and finished and hanging on the wall, the warranty is kind of useless. And when you've got tons and tons and tons of extra drills laying around the house, if a drill falls off, I've got extra ones laying around. I don't need a warranty on that anymore. But yeah, I'll seal, like this one here will get sealed when I get done because it doesn't have any ABs in it. Anything I get from like AliExpress or any of the, lower quality companies, yes, I'll seal all those. I don't think I've ever sealed a DAC. Then again, I haven't completed that many DACs, believe it or not. Amber and her mom have. I don't think I've completed very many. I did Starry Night Santa, which reminds me, I've got to get my Christmas decorations out and decorate my apartment for Christmas with my 3 or 4 Christmas decorations that I have. That's all I got, just 3 or 4. Not many. I need some kratom, y'all. Because I slept until 1 o'clock this afternoon. That means I probably will not be sleepy tonight. So that means I probably will not go to bed tonight and go to work after staying up all night, which I've been doing a lot of recently. Because if I wait till I feel sleepy to go to sleep, first off, if I don't wait until I'm tired to go to sleep, I won't go to sleep. I'll just lay in there and be bored and end up watching YouTube on my phone until I finally do get tired. And then I can go to sleep. Well, the problem is most of the time I don't even get tired until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I got to be up at 5:45. Well, anywhere between 5:45 and 6:30 to get ready for work. And so if I don't stay up all night, I'm likely to wake up late in the morning to go to work. Because then what's going to happen is I'm going to fall asleep at 4 o'clock and I'm not going to hear my alarm when it goes off in the morning. I'm going to be late to work. And that's happened a lot since I started this job. I finally just got wrote up for it for the first time, which I can't let it happen again now. So if it gets to the point where it's too late before I start feeling tired, I just stay up all night. because I can't afford to lose this job. I haven't found any other ones out here making what I'm making right now. Like, to give you an idea, yesterday, told you I sprayed 66 houses. That equates to a $900 day before taxes. And that's not even counting everything else I've done between, or everything that I will do between the 15th and the 30th. That all goes in that same paycheck. And typically, if I don't have that 66 house thing, my typical paycheck is usually somewhere in the $1,600–1,700 range. You add another $900 to that, take the taxes out of that $900, I'm still looking at almost a $2,000 paycheck. I can't afford to lose this job, y'all. So I've been sacrificing a lot of sleep lately just to ensure that I'm not late to work. And then, even then, say I don't sleep tonight and I work all day tomorrow, I will come home tomorrow night and I still will not feel sleepy until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why. I don't know what I can do to fix this. I can't take anything to help sleep, because if I take a sleep aid, I'm knocked out. Like, that's sleep aids work on me better than they should. So if I take a sleep aid at, say, 8 o'clock at night and I go to bed at 9, besides not having a life because I have to go to bed so early, which I despise that as well. If I took one at like 8 o'clock at night and I fell asleep at 9 due to that sleep aid, I would sleep 12, 13 hours. Easy. And so deeply that I would not hear my alarm. And so I would end up being late to work or missing work completely. And I can't afford that either. So I don't know what else to do besides just stay up if I have to. Hi, Nana. Hank says hi. He's sitting here. Arya's down here curled up on the floor on a pair of my dirty work pants. She's out. I think she's going into heat again. So. Oh, gotta fill my vape before I burn my coil. I don't want to burn my coil, Mr. Hank. Hank has been feeling his kitten-like self here lately, too. I don't know. He's been quite energetic and playful, and little ears perking up and his little eyes perking up like a kitten. I don't know what it is about him. He's going through a second childhood, I guess. Is he just inquisitive about everything now again, and he just wants to play? And I put him on the floor and then he wants to attack my feet. He's into everything. He's my buddy. Yeah. He's my buddy. Okay, you sit there nice and pretty like that, Hank, and I'm going to sit here and work on this. How's that sound? Okay. Sounds like we got a deal. Which one was? Oh, this is the left arrow. Okay. Oh, yeah, now it's sticking real good. Aha, I fixed it. Oh, yeah, that's nice. So see, a baby wipe even works, or a disinfectant wipe in this case, even works if you leave it unfinished and leave just little bits and pieces open and it gets stuff in it. disinfectant wipe will work. Oh, I must have not hit that spot. Okay. I won't have to worry about this when I get. I think what I'm going to do, I've already cut. I think I said it in my last live. If you can see here, you can see this, how it's darker underneath there, right there, like that. That's actually Hank's ear going up. And it comes back down here, and then it comes across here like this. It comes back up. You see it better when I put my hand over, put a shadow on there. I've already actually cut that edge on the paper, so I can just peel that off right there and work that section. I think I might do that. I might just start peeling off the actual part that's Hank and do that part first, and then come back and fill in the background stuff later. Hi. And look at that, it's stuck. Problem is, I'm also using that grape scented Mary Mud, and man, that stuff is sticky. Like, it does not want to release the drills onto the canvas. But then again, it could be that way because the canvas wasn't sticky really bad either. So but the wipe actually definitely worked. Look at that. See that, Hank? All the damage you did? Mm-hmm. He does not care, y'all. Dong. I have to clean that part up right there because I just had one fall off. Nothing pops off. Well, my neighbors are being noisy up there. There. I think I undid all your mess there, Hank. I'm sure more will pop off later, but we'll have to go back and fix it later. Yep. It seems to be when I did the one that had the label number or the symbol, the number 4 symbol. A lot of those are popping off or falling off. I'm not gonna say popping off because they're not popping drills. The drill quality is actually pretty outstanding. There's only one of that color on this whole section, so I'll just stick it right there. Excuse me. You're encroaching over here. Yeah, Hank, I'm fixing up everything that you messed up by stepping all over it and sitting on it and laying in it. Yeah, roll tide, Nana. We're knocking them dead now. I listened to that game on the radio yesterday. Wow. 66-10. But, I mean, it was Chattanooga. It's not like there was some big team that was going to have a chance anyway. But I expected them to kind of put up a better fight than that. But next week is Auburn, which even though Auburn has a shit team this year, it always seems like the years that they have a shit team are the years they beat us. I know there was a couple of seasons ago or several seasons ago that, if I remember correctly, we were the only team Auburn beat all year. And we were still a championship caliber team at that point. Hi, Hank. That was funny. I pulled up a piece of hair and it pulled another drill off because the drill was going up, or the hair was going up under that piece, underneath that drill. There went another one. You know what? I wasn't. Yeah, I guess I was a little more worried about LSU, but yeah, with Auburn, I am worried though because we're playing them in Jordan Hare Stadium, which that place is like cursed or got some weird voodoo in it because that's where all the weird stuff happens that ends up making us lose the game. like, was it 2 years ago when we won the SEC championship? We made it to the playoffs, but we lost to Georgia in the championship game. And that was Bryce Young's first full season as a starter. I remember Auburn was horrible that year, and we went to Jordan-Hare, and I remember that we were like almost lost that game. We only won it in the very last minute, and I remember Bryce Young on the sidelines praying before he went back out on the field. And by everybody's predictions, we should have blown them out that game. We went on and beat Georgia in the SEC championship game, and then we won one playoff game against Cincinnati. And then I think it was Cincinnati. And then we got into the national championship game against Georgia, and we lost in the very end. Or not at the very end. We actually lost it when Jamison Williams got hurt on that, when he was catching that pass. That's when we really lost it. So if he wouldn't have got hurt, we wouldn't have lost that game. But yeah, that year we were supposed to blow Auburn away, and we ended up coming down to the wire on that one, and by luck ended up winning that one. So I don't ever count Auburn out, because I think the only thing Auburn really gives a shit about all season is beating us in the next to last weekend of the year. To be honest with you. Last year we handled them pretty good, but we were at home last year. So I was there. I was at that game. What I never understood about college football is the biggest chunk of a college football's fan base is the college students themselves. Why would you schedule the biggest rivalry game, and that's the entire college football, next weekend is rivalry weekend? Why would you put rivalry weekend in the weekend where you're going to have the most student participation and the most student fun? Why do they always put it right in the middle of the students' Thanksgiving break? So they're all gone and there's nobody here. It doesn't make any sense. I never understood why they did that. I mean, rivalry week should be like homecoming week. That's when they should do the big rivalry games. You want to beat your biggest rival at homecoming, or middle of the season when there's no, when there's nobody gone on break or anything. You want the students involved. Excuse me, Hank. Hey. What are you doing? You are right in the way. Here, get up here behind me. Get up here in the back of the chair. There you go. There you go. There you go, Hank. All right. Okay, got that one. 33. Oh, there's that color. And one of these things is not like the other. The one that just happened to not be in the container was an odd colored one. I mean, we're holding steady at 7 people. You know, we still got to start getting more people back up in here. I remember the days when we were having like 30 and 40 people in my lives. And now we're doing good to get 10. It's a bit discouraging, I ain't going to lie to you. It would used to be a lot of fun. We used to get a lot of people in here, Robert. Remember that? And see, I base my live off of the chat. Okay. That's when I first started going live. I didn't come in here with a plan to talk about anything in particular. I still don't. I just kind of go with the flow and whatever chat is doing. And so it's tough for me when there's only like 7, 8 people in here and the chat's not constantly going and there's not constantly people talking and stuff like that, because I don't have anything to do to entertain people by myself. So I always let the chat kind of just dictate the conversation. Yeah, that was, well, I took that year off, and I know that kind of hurts things, but I kind of figure when I came back and everybody was like, yeah, Dave's back, and everybody was so happy about it, but then it's just like I've struggled to get people to come in and hang out in the live. I don't know. I'm not having a hard time getting views on all my videos that I put up. That one I did of the first Firefly video I did is my most watched video of all time. It nearly doubled the amount of views as what my old Framing the Unicorn video did that I've had up since 2018, 2019, which was my most viewed video. And even some of those views even came from I tried out some kind of a thing that you paid them money and it got you views. I don't know. I tried like a $5 thing to see what it would do, and it gave me like 500 views in like a week. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But otherwise, that video has gotten 4,000 some views since 2019. I uploaded the Firefly video back in April or May, and it's already sitting above 8,000 views and still getting views. It's still one of my top 3 viewed videos every single week. So the getting the views isn't the hard part. It's getting people to come into a live. Hey, Sherry, Diane. I'm hoping maybe the Christmas premieres will help with that because, again, there'll be a whole fresh set of eyes on me, maybe. A lot of newer creators that I've never even heard of myself will learn about me. That might help something. Uh-huh. Yeah, all of the ones that are not there now are all ones that have fallen out. Because as it sits right now, this is the last color in line, and it should be finishing the last couple drills, and it's not. So all of those are ones that have fallen out. You can kind of see if I put my hand over it, how many there are. Hey, Berta. I've noticed that the community is very clique oriented now, and there are just certain groups of people, they only go to each other's stuff, and that's okay. That's fine. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll give it some time and we'll see. Like I said, the Christmas premieres are coming up, and I am going to say something about that in my Christmas video, my premiere video about, hey, I go live every Sunday night, 8 p.m. And it may very well be the time of day and the time of night, or the time of day and what day it is. Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Central, which is 9 o'clock Eastern. People are getting ready to go to bed and go to work the next day. I get it. Oh, Diane, it's not just tonight. I'm talking about overall, because I don't remember. I know your name is. I don't remember. Were you around back in the days of like when Amber was still in the lives with me, when her and I were together? And the numbers just are ridiculously low compared to what they used to be. Hank, buddy. Ow. Yeah, get up there on the. Yeah, Chantel, I remember. It just, I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm trying to, I do sit here a lot and think about that when I'm here at the house. I'm like, what can I do? What can I change? What can I do to make people want to come to my lives? And I don't know. Do I change the day that I do it? Do I change the time that I do it? Because when I started doing live, Sunday evening was really the only time I had available, because I worked on weekdays and I didn't really have time to get set up for a live in the evenings or whatever. And then at the time I was doing Lyft. I was living in North Dakota. I was doing Lyft during the day or during the week. I was going to work all day and then doing DoorDash at night. And then on Fridays and Saturday nights, I was going and doing Lyft all night. So Sunday evenings was the only time I had to go live, because Sunday afternoon was for NASCAR. And so I started going live Sunday evenings, and I was still drawing a decent crowd then. I don't know. I mean, I could probably take one night a week and go live for a couple hours. Yeah, it's true too. I mean, I find it. I mean, I know there's a lot of new channels out there. I know there's a lot of new creators out there that have come in, and I know a lot. I know of a lot that actually started while I was gone for. I mean, taking that year off is what really killed me. I shouldn't have taken that year off, but I needed it. Because it was kind of tough for me. Like when Amber and I broke up, I mean, I started my channel before her and I met. It was kind of because of me being in the right community and in the YouTube community that her and I met to begin with. And the Sunday Night Live became an us thing. You know, it was an us thing. We were always did it together. She was always there. We laughed and had a good time with everybody. And so when we broke up and she moved out, it was tough on me to try to go back to it just being a me thing. And I just was having trouble coping with it. And I said, I just need to not do it for a little while. In fact, I was actually considering not ever coming back to doing YouTube. At one point I was. And last year, I'm going to say last fall, I ended up getting into Zoom, and it kind of kickstarted me back into, hey, you know what? Maybe I ought to come back. So I came back at Christmas time last year. Excuse me, Hank. Dave isn't here. Dave's not here. Hi, Hank. No. Really? I don't have room for you in my lap right now, buddy. No, I don't. No, I don't. I know that's where you want to be, but I don't have room there right now. Here, let me go get you some treats. Oh, you heard that noise, huh? I said that word, his ears perked right up, and he snapped his head right around and looked at me like, hey, okay, let me go grab him some treats. That's what he wants. Come on, treats. Let's go. Here. All right. Okay. He knows that word. All I had to say was treats. All right. I also need to get on some ADD meds. And I really do need to start recording more videos. I don't hardly do enough of those. But I haven't been buying enough things to unbox. And I feel I end up talking about everything I want to talk about in a whipping chat on Sunday nights. So it's like I don't have anything to talk about in whipping chats. I could record a bunch of time lapses, but that would get old if all you ever watch is time lapses. I'm like, oh, yep, Dave put up another time lapse. I've been meaning to do that, show my stash. I've been meaning to pull that out and do a video of that. I mean, I did like way back when I started the channel, but that was in 2019, and a lot's changed since then. It has actually grown quite substantially since then. But yeah, I've been meaning to do that. Maybe one of these days I'll have to clean this desk off. But I mean, if you saw this desk, you see it's a disaster. I mean, there's part of it there, and there's part of it over here. It's kind of a disaster at the moment. And now my camera won't focus. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Well, this week, I'm ordering a diamond painting this week. And I can do it. You know what? I can order it and do the unboxing. I can do it. I can order it and do the unboxing and record the unboxing and first impressions. And then that will also be I can upload that now. And it's the painting that I'm going to do for my Christmas premiere anyway. So I can either do a kit up during my Christmas premiere while I'm talking about whatever I want to talk about, or I don't know. I haven't figured it out. But yeah, I think I will do that. I think I'll unbox and give my first impressions, so that way I'm not like a month behind on, because everybody all of a sudden is buying from this company, and I would love to do an unboxing first impressions in a reasonable time compared to everybody else. Because by the time Christmas Day rolls around and I do that, everybody will be like, oh, I already know about that. Which everybody already does know who it is anyway, I think. But God, I am super thirsty tonight. All right, go back to box number 1 over here. I know I've got one of these. You believe all of these years I've had these, and there's still a little bit of static left in them? These things have been kitted up since 2019. And they're still static. And at one point in time, I did have pieces of dryer sheet in here. Flip over, flip over, flip over. That drill just wants to be upside down. That's what it is. Oh, wait, there was 2 stuck on there. That's why. Huh. Oh, that's why it's picking up There's some of them stuck together. The flat sides are stuck together, so when I'm picking them up, it looks like there's only one. Give me that canvas, damn it. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to Best Mud when I get done with this fill of this putty stuff, because I don't like it. It's too sticky. The drills don't want to come off of it. And there's another one. I am just having issues tonight. Oh, no, one more. Oh, a couple more over here. You get back over there where you belong. Mm. Okay, another wipe. The other one dried out finally. Aria. No, not Aria, it's Hank. Hank. Yeah, that's why it won't stick. Good Lord. There's a lot of invisible hair there. Because all the ones next to it are popping up. Like right there, that whole pile of them just popped up. That would explain why stuff is not sticking. Look at that. Oh, Lord, I pulled that hair off and it pulled drills off from here, here. Flip over. There you go. That one should stick. That one should stick. Ah, see that? No, I've learned a valuable lesson. Always cover it up when you're done, because cats will make it so it's not sticky anymore. Mm. All right. Man, look at that. Every time I pull some up, I pull some hair off of it, it pulls another drill off. Like the hair comes up and it was underneath the other drill and it pulls that drill up with it. Oh, please don't tell me I gotten this far on this damn painting and now it's going to be ruined because of one section. I mean, I'm watching all these drills just fall off. I may have to order some more drills. Or something. There's another one. And it's not like I'm picking these drills off. They're moving freely by hand. Look, I can just go rip. There was another one. See that? I'm just touching them. There was another one. It's like they're just sliding around on the canvas. It's like, I'll slide over here. Mm. Or I'm gonna have to go to Hobby Lobby and pick up some of the dot stick and just repaint over this. She got a new vacuum cleaner. You mean Pup, another Chihuahua, and his name is Charlie. I'll pick up his brother Bam Bam in December when I go to bring JJ back to Washington and breed and pick up. Oh wow, Simba, aka Mr. Bossy. Oh, I used Snap dots. They are wonderful. Snap Crafters Cafe. Is that a new diamond painting company, Diane? You just having fun breeding Chihuahuas, huh, Berta? Y'all, I saw a video. Speaking of breeding, I saw a video today, and I shared it to a few friends. It's so funny. It was talking about these flatworms that live in the ocean, right? And I guess they're like androgynous or hermaphroditic, meaning they can both be male and female all roll into one. So they're like they're non-sexed. They're just both sexes. And so the way they reproduce is they actually battle one another with their penises. These worms have double pronged penises that look actually more like a spiky little pair of boobs. Right? And they battle one another with their penises, like sword fighting, trying to and the whole point is they're trying to stab each other with their penis so that they can inject the sperm and impregnate the other one. The one who loses is the one that ends up pregnant. Oh, that's probably the worst thing in the world I could ever imagine. Oh, it was bad. I mean, the bad part is their penises look like a pair of boobs. It's just a double pronged penis, and these worms are they almost look like a rug underwater. They're like long and narrow, but they're not skinny. But they look like a floating carpet with like really beautiful designs on their backs and stuff. And underneath the bottom side, they've got these two little penises that look like boobs. And they just try to beat each other and try to stab each other with their penises. Do I ever use glue dots? No, I have not ever tried glue dots. I know a lot of people who do. I just never tried it. I always just like best mud because it's not so super sticky that the drills want to stay on your pen. But It's so easy to load your pen and unload your pen when you get done. I don't know. I won these, or I got this free. I can't remember. I think, when did I get? I think I ordered from Tmall, and this was in with my order. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because it has a sticker on the back. Use Tmall 10 for 10% off your order at Mary Making and More on Etsy. Scan below to check out the shop. Yes, I got that from Tmall. I don't even know how to use glue dots, Diane. I don't. Everybody tells me you got to like take them off with a little plastic or a little backing paper, and you got to roll them up in your finger and stick them down in your pen. And it sounds like too much trouble. You bought them on Etsy. Oh, so you bought some like scented glue dots or something? Like somebody like makes aftermarket ones or something? I was wondering how you do that. How do you make aftermarket glue dots? Oh, okay. I'll have to try those out. Let me see. What's it called? Oh Snap Crafters. Let me type in Etsy. Etsy. There it is. Oh Snap Crafters Cafe. Um. Oh, there's Oh Snap Dots. Yep. Okay. Scented glue dots. $6. They work best in steel tips. Which I have steel tips. So. Okay, what's the difference between the small ones and the chunky ones? Do the chunky ones go for? I don't understand why you have bigger ones. Old leather scented. Hmm. Eggnog scented, lemon sugar scented. S'mores, chunky chocolate caramel, lemon sugar, old leather, mystery scent, hint floral. Hmm. Fresh hot donuts. Oh, single ones were the single placer. Okay. So what do? Just stick your pen down on there and grind it in to get it up in your pen, or what? Do you peel them off and like shove them inside your tip of your pen? I don't understand. Said I've never used glue dots of any kind. Like I know everybody used to go to Hobby Lobby and buy the ones that come that you get are like the refills for the little roller thing that puts them down. And I've never used them for diamond painting. Peel it off with a tweezer. And then just stuff it into your pen tip, huh? Maybe there's a YouTube video out there that shows you how to do it. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to get the old leather scented. No, I don't need a steel tip. Buy it now. Oh, let me make sure my shipping stuff is correct. It should be. Account settings, sign in. Member since July 20th of 2018. Addresses. Yep, it's correct. Okay. Buy it now. Place your order. Shipping is $5 on a $4. What? On a $6 item. Jeez. $5 on a thing that fits in an envelope? Jeez. I'll hold off until I buy that diamond painting first that I want. I want to make sure I got the money in there for the diamond painting that I want first, and then I'll worry about buying something like that. Okay, this should have dried. Should be nice and sticky now, and it is not. Uh-oh. 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 All right, then. I may have to wait on this section until I can get some dot stick it. Hobby Lobby. Because it does not appear that this is drying out and becoming sticky again. Did I get the right person? Yeah, the old Snap Crackers Cafe, yes. and it's $6 for a pack of the old leather scented glue dots. And when I click buy it now, the checkout screen got $5 for shipping. It's a little much shipping for something like that would easily fit in a large flat envelope, or a normal size flat envelope or whatever. Yeah, that's who I'm looking at. I'm looking at the right place, but okay. Well, you know what? Since I've got to wait until I get some dot stick to do this part. Another one fell off. I'm going to put these up here. I'll have to sort through them and put them back in the right containers later. So that way I'm not short on drills. Since that part there is going to be a little while coming, what I will do here is peel off this section here that is Hank's ear. And I'll clean up along this edge. Yeah, see, that's what it should be. Clean up along this edge to make sure these edge ones are nice and sticky, because there was a little bit of exposed edge there. And there was quite a bit of hair along that exposed edge. I have exactly one. And I may not mind this stuff when the canvas is this sticky. It's just a matter that down here the canvas wasn't sticky enough to really pull the drills off of the pin. And so I was constantly putting it down and they were staying stuck to the pin. I thought maybe it was the putty's fault, but it may very well just be my own fault for being stupid. A small little W. I have those. No, I do not. Got plenty of these though. Wow, there's a lot of them in this. Oh, get back in there. Oh yeah, see, that's much better with sticky canvas. Well, that little snap is nice too. I like that. think what I may have to start doing is every time I decide not to work on the diamond painting anymore, is to take it off the desk and hang it back in the closet until I'm ready to work on it again. Because I don't diamond paint every day anymore. Typically, the only time I've been diamond painting lately is when I'm live, and that's about it. Because then as soon as my live is done, I usually hop on Xbox and play Call of Duty or baseball, one or the other. And during the week, that's normally what I do in the evenings. I'm getting so good at Call of Duty. I'm still thinking about doing a Twitch for my gaming. Maybe during the week I stream on Twitch. Maybe record some of that and maybe start another YouTube channel and record some of that Twitch streaming and edit it down to like a reasonable amount of time. And make videos. Gaming videos go over real big on YouTube. Like gaming channels are the fastest growing and the most heavily subscribed channels on YouTube. And I feel like I'm in a unique position because I'm an old guy who games. Most of the other gamers that out there and stream and everything else are like, 19, 20, 19 to like 30. So a 50-year-old man, streaming games would be a lot of fun to watch, I think. Especially when I can't even take myself seriously when I'm playing, so the game you said you'd never play. Yep. I did say that because when I was dating my ex-girlfriend in North Dakota, she had a 10-year-old son, and that kid had a PS4. At that time, it was PS4. And he played every type of Call of Duty there was. And he kept calling me, Dave, come play Call of Duty with me. I didn't want to play Call of Duty with him. I was never really into it like that to begin with. It just wasn't something that I enjoyed. I preferred games like simulator type games, like, Flight Sim or The Sims or Civilization, stuff like that, right? That's the kind of stuff I like to play. And he called me in there one day and said, Dave, come in and play with us. So I did. He got us into a server. We were doing like on the same screen, whatever. I don't know how we did it, but handed me the controller, and then he spent the entire time we sat there spawn trapping me and killing me. I couldn't take 10 steps and he's shooting me. And finally we got done and the kid just mad shit talked to me for like an hour. And I thought, what the hell good is Call of Duty? I'm not good at this. It takes too much of trying to keep track of too many things at one time. There's 50 damn buttons on these new controllers that, I couldn't figure out which one does what and how to be coordinated enough to use all of them at once. And so I swore I would never play it again. I swore I would never play Call of Duty again. And then my son called me up and he says, hey, Dad, I'm in this gaming clan and the leader wants to make us a website, and I know you do that kind of stuff. Would you be able to make us a website? And I was like, yeah, I can do that. And I said, what game y'all play? And my son said, well, we play Call of Duty. I'm like, oh. He says, no, Dad, you should get it. You should get it. You should get Modern Warfare 2. We play Modern Warfare 2 all the time. And some of us play Modern Warfare 19, which is the original the remake of the original Modern Warfare. And he said, but most of us play Modern Warfare 2, man. You ought to go buy it. And when he found out I got the new Series X, he was really on me. He was like, Dad, you need to get Call of Duty. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll go buy Call of Duty. I'll get on there and show you how shit I am at it. And then I can just go ahead and take it back to GameStop and give it back to him or sell it back to him. So I got the game and installed it. He got online, and the tier leader from the clan got on with us, and there was about 3 or 4 others from the whole clan together and me. And by the end of the night, they were like, dude, seriously, you need to join the clan. I'm like, dude, I'm not that good. Well, you get better. You'll get better. But, man, you're already really good for a beginner. I'm like, oh, really? They're like, yeah. So I got in the gaming clan, and I changed my name in the game to reflect that. And I put a clan tag on. And then it got to the point where I was getting on and playing all the time, but nobody else in the clan was. Every now and then they'd pop on. So I ended up sitting there playing all the time, waiting for them to come on. By myself, I'd play, and I started getting good at it. Like really good at it. To where now I've had my first win in a free-for-all match. Even though I don't really pay a lot of attention to the KD ratio, I pay more attention to the K than I do the D. But my KD now is hovering right around 1 almost every match. Sometimes a little above, sometimes a little below, but usually I've got just as many kills as I do deaths, and sometimes, more kills than deaths. But yeah, I've actually gotten good at it, and I enjoy it. And I enjoy it so damn much that I actually spent $100 and bought the Vault edition of Modern Warfare 3 when it came out last week. So yeah. So I'm thinking I should be, I'm a 50-year-old gamer who plays Call of Duty with a bunch of like kids and 20-somethings. I think I would have an entertaining Twitch stream. And I've kind of got a built-in audience in a way, because I'm in one of the oldest gaming clans there is out there. They've been around since like 2008. Hundreds of members all over the world, and a good chunk of them are Twitch streamers. And we have a Discord, and we have a Discord room strictly for posting your Twitch streams in. It's a creator's corner. So I'm already acquainted with most of these people. They would be glad to help somebody who's just getting started streaming out. So I'm pretty sure I can, have other clan members raid me when they finish their stream, stuff like that. So I could get a following very quickly, and a rather large one at that. But if there's no money to be made with it, then is it really worth my time putting all that time into it to do it? I don't know. It might be worth a shot to see. Because I come home at night and I'm playing the game anyway, so why not be streaming if I'm playing the game? And I I loaned my airbrush and compressor to Amber and Chris, but I'm trying to get that back. And if I get that back, some of these Sunday nights that I go live, I may sit here and work on building a model while I'm live instead of diamond painting. I don't know. It's an idea. I wanted to do that 2 weeks ago. I actually, when I went live 2 weeks ago, I was actually wanting to put all this away and sit down and work on a model. Because I've got a bunch up there that I need to build, and I haven't worked on one in quite a while. So yeah, I still play Call of Duty, and then I also play MLB The Show. That's a yearly game that comes out every year. They put out, like last year I played 22. This year I'm playing 23. I got into it late this year, so I'm not devoting a lot of time and effort into the online section of it where you play against other people online and build your own team and all that, because there's cards in the game. You collect baseball cards, basically. They're throughout the game. You get packs of cards as, rewards for getting more experience as you go along and in the programs and stuff like that, and then doing various missions like, okay, use only players from this team and get so many experience points while using these players of this team, and whatever, and you get prizes and awards for it. And then you use those baseball cards of actual baseball players, either from the past as legends or current players, and you use them to build your team, and then you use that team there to do all the missions with, or to go online into ranked seasons and play against other players, other people online. And the problem is, I got into it so late this year, and it had been out for so long already, that everybody was so far ahead that by the time I got the cards I needed to make a decent enough team to be competitive, the play cycle would be over anyway. And then everybody switched away from it, and they're all playing Madden or something else, So I just didn't put a lot of time and effort into building a team on it and trying to get all the programs done and everything this year. So next year, when the game comes out in April, I will probably pre-order it and get it on the day that it releases so that I can start fresh. And then I'll also stream that if I go to streaming. I do some Kerbal Space Program, which is really fun. That's kind of more nerdy. No. Thank you. That's kind of more nerdy because it's rocket science in a video game. But Kerbal is a lot of fun. I could play The Sims, but my Sims are very not family friendly, because I have some mods built in that allow them to have relations. And once you add that aspect into the game, that's all they want to do is have relations. And we're not just talking getting underneath the sheets with a bunch of hearts coming up above them. We're talking full on the hub stuff. So yeah, I don't know that I could stream that on Twitch. I'd have to pull those mods out of it, which, I don't want to go through all that work. Actually, there's some mods for the Sims that they can get caught up in the drug world, become addicts, and the whole the stuff that you can do to the Sims on PC is unreal. I'll tell you what I ought to do. I ought to like put my Call of Duty tag in chat for all of y'all that have people that play Call of Duty, and give them my Activision name so that they can look me up. Because I'm always looking for people to play games with when I'm in there. When none of my clan members are on, I end up running by myself. It'd be nice if I had people to play with. Let me go look that up real quick. I can do this while I'm still live, by the way. Bink. Turn the Xbox on. Flip the input over. No, Hank. No. Down. Hank, down. Get off the computer. Thank you. Checking for update, loading player stats, downloading weapon blueprints, fetching online profile. All right, there we go. All right. Let me write it down. One, 4, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8. Oh, wait a minute. All right. Now I can turn off console. Switch the input back. There we go. I can see y'all again. All right. So if any of y'all know somebody that plays Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 or 3, or even have Modern Warfare 19 as well, my Activision ID is number 1437238. 1437238. That is my Activision ID for anybody that plays Call of Duty. And that between Rebels and Shoreboy, there is a space. There's not a underscore or nothing like that. It's just a space. And I just recently found the fun of Rocket League. But that game is, I mean, I guess once I get my, I don't, what do you want to call it? I don't want to say my hand-eye coordination. Um, I got that pretty well fine-tuned with Call of Duty, but Rocket League is so different because it's basically using radio controlled vehicles to kick a giant beach ball around a circular, spherical or half spherical field, and it's like soccer. But instead you're driving around in cars that like do drifts and stuff like that, and they can ride up the walls, and you're trying to kick this soccer ball, this giant soccer ball that's bouncing constantly into a goal. And you have to hit it at just the right angle to knock it in the way you want it to go. And it's just, oh man, it's tough. But I just started playing that too recently. I thought it's a lot of fun. I'm not any good at it, but it's a lot of fun. But I've been playing my way through the tutorial stuff, hoping maybe I'll get better at it. I'll learn some things, little tips and stuff. But Rocket League is awesome. It used to be only a PlayStation game, but now you can play it on Xbox on Game Pass. So, and I had watched other people play it, and I thought it looked like fun. So, when I saw that I could do it on Game Pass, I downloaded it immediately and was like, "Yeah, I'm going to try this." But it's you have to have really fast reaction times, and you have to have amazing accurately with with amazing accuracy with your inputs on your controller. And you have to have a lot of situational awareness, which I get a lot of that at Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty, I've got a lot of situational awareness. If I do start streaming, I may very well get myself like a pull down type green screen that I can put down behind my chair here. I don't know. It's an idea. because I always worry about that. If I was to start streaming, all these other people have like these like really cool rooms built behind them with like the LED lights in the corners and like neat decorations on the walls, and I don't have a space for that in this apartment. And that's one of the things that goes into having a good stream is having the environment behind you on your cam, you know? So I could get me a green screen and do green screen on my cam. All right, y'all. Well, I just looked at the time here. 2 hours has actually flown by this evening. So it is time to say goodnight. And then I'll see y'all next weekend. Hopefully the day after Alabama beats Auburn and is heading to Atlanta for the SEC championship game against Georgia, which we're already locked into that anyway. We just have to play Auburn. We don't have to beat them to get the SEC championship. But we're headed to the SEC championship game against Georgia in 2 weekends. Next weekend we play Auburn, our biggest rival. So hopefully next Sunday when I come on, we will have beaten Auburn. And if we beat Georgia in the SEC championship game, the committee cannot leave Alabama out of the playoff, which means we'll be going for a national championship this year as well if we beat Georgia. So hopefully next week there'll be good news on that front. So until then, take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and roll tide and rock on. Good night, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all enjoy. Don't eat too much. If you do eat too much, don't tell anybody. All right. I'll talk to y'all next weekend. Have a good week, y'all.